return to Let's Play City Skylines. Been sick for the last couple days, so hopefully my voice does not give out. What are we at? Okay, we're waiting for this sinkhole to appear somewhere and ruin the day. In the meantime, I have been sort of greenifying everywhere and putting in some trees, just kind of making it blend in a little bit, make it nicer. I've added some roads and whatnot up in here, and here's the hole.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
Alright, now we're just gonna fill that back in. And we can also do this one that I've been leaving over here for quite some time as well. It's a pretty deep one. I mean, I'm gonna need a bigger brush for this one here. Okay, good enough. Right, so, immediate concerns. Well, we just lost a shit ton of money for no reason. I'm gonna put in some housing, because that is the one thing that is coming in. And then, I guess we're going to have to decide where to expand residential beyond this. Obviously, it'll be the area that I created up here. But before we dig into that, and oh yeah, also, where is the district name? I want to add a policy here for industrial space planning, which will increase the amount of goods produced. It's going to take a hit to our pocketbook, but we've been running a deficit ever since the city was founded, and hopefully what it will mean is, what the hell is going on here? Too few services. Such as police and fire? You need another fire station or something? I mean, you can't be serious that it's not. Is it not getting garbage cover? What the fuck else do you want? Because I can just delete you, is the thing. Since you're the only two complaining about it, I can just get rid of you. I don't care. Let's move on to the zoo. The zoo. Perfectly timed music, thank you. I'm going to put over here. And I had mentioned I was going to use the Calgary Zoo in Canada as my my layout inspiration, and I'm going to actually use a reversed layout because it fits better into this space. So let's start by, well, okay, so I need to lay down just a temporary road here. So it's going to be kind of angled like this. So with that in mind, we're going to make the front entryway here a little bit different. I was thinking of doing my usual just little cutout here, but I am going to kind of fit it maybe something like that. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a weird ride, but it'll work. Okay, I want to do this. Nope, I want to go further. Get out of the way, you fucking bird. Yeah, that looks really bad. Okay, that looks better. Okay. You know what? It'll work. I will accept all responsibility. And then, of course, let's see, we need to do park entryway here, zoo main gate. Have that kind of right here. And of course, a park would not be complete without a parking lot for all the people that are going to be parking there. Which, you know, I'd put it right here, but it is much, much larger than that building. I was kind of maybe thinking of doing something like this, because that's really the only thing that actually fits. Go like that, though. And I could put small ones here. But more importantly, we have no water. And the same mod maker that has done the no power lines mod also has one for no water pipes, and I am very seriously tempted to get it. It's still not watered, because of course it isn't. Then we'll have to shoot it off and do whatever. Okay, we can get rid of you right now. I think I've got the idea. Okay, and let's see what we can actually do with a zoo. We got a plaza. Okay, that's perfect. That comes pretty much at right at the beginning of the entrance to the zoo. Cafe, perfect. Souvenir shop, restrooms. Then we have moose and reindeer. Excellent. Antelope, bison, insect and reptile house, flamingo, elephants, sea life, giraffe, monkey palace, rhinos, lions, and benches and various other things. Okay, well, I guess the first thing we do is we will make us a little path. Boy, that's really... Okay, we're maybe gonna have to curve this a bit. Maybe have to curve that. Maybe this shouldn't be centrally on this road here. Very awkward, actually. Well, okay. So, on this map I've got of the zoo, the first thing I see over here is the Canadian Wilds. And I didn't see too many Canadian Wilds things. Okay, first of all, we need to expand this, otherwise this is not going to let me do anything. Not too many Canadian Wilds type or northern North American wildlife type exhibits. The first obvious one, though, was right at the beginning here. Moose and reindeer. So maybe I should... Okay. Good lord. I'm just going to lay out some things that I'm going to use for that first exhibit. So we will be using this. We will be using this. We will be using this. And this is probably not actually helpful for me to put this here since I'm going to be using it elsewhere. Use this. And we'll be using... How do you freaking connect? Okay, I'm gonna pause this. What in the hell? How the frick does that connect? Oh, it doesn't connect at all. I didn't need that road at all. Fine. So we need one of those. What else does it look like? I mean, it depends upon... No, you'd be surprised. There's a couple different butterfly houses. There's a bird house, which it could be anywhere. So we got the other ones we've got is the Destination Africa, the Dorothy... Sorry, I had to flip this so it's backwards. The Dorothy Harvey Gardens, which appear to be where the butterfly house is. And then we've got what looks like maybe the birds and alpacas. And then we've got Eurasia. And then we've got the Prehistoric Park, which is the only part of the park I remember from my childhood. So, Bison Enclosure would be here. And we would also need, not that, flamingos, yes. Elephants, no. Sea life, not at all. In fact, I don't see a sea life. Not specifically. Interesting. Giraffes, monkeys, no. Okay, so we have 2 exhibits, so we will be putting the bird enclosure over here as well, just to have something. That's okay though. It's okay if this is small because it is a small area. So these are all the things we are looking towards, and let's just go ahead and start putting some down. I don't want those, I want this. We will be using you, and let's see if I get this, maybe say right about here. That will be sort of the area, because this isn't going to take up much space. And we could maybe fit 3 in here in a pretty good loop, pretty tight loop actually, because I could have 1 on the side, 1 on the side, 1 on the side. Yeah, okay, that'll be perfect. And then it looks like we'll have the rest of the major thing go off this way. Dinosaur, I didn't see dinosaurs. I'm gonna have to check the mod, the workshop, to see if there are any dinosaur park exhibits. Shame on them if they did not create such a thing. But there are seemingly a lot of Eurasian stuff, so we could probably do that here. So it's got this weird thing, right, where the park is actually split by a river, and part of it is built on an island. And so it's got sort of a roundabout area here that goes to the Canadian side and then the prehistoric side, and then it goes over the river on a bridge, and then it has its own little round area which goes to Eurasia, like the butterfly gardens and whatnot, and then to the destination Africa. So we're going to be sort of modifying things here, but basically the whole thing then is going to come swinging through here. So we'll have this sort of roundabout thing that kind of goes to, I guess, another park over the butterfly, and then it'll spoke out from there. Then maybe something in the middle will be like the sea life or whatever. Anyway, let's do this. So, grab that to say here. Bend on this is never perfect. Not that you would ever expect it to be. Okay. Then we'll kind of... Well, I guess the first thing I need to do is grab this and find out where exactly you will fit. Okay. God. The way this game does things really just grinds my gears. Okay, what the hell are you snapping to? And I need to move you to like here. And I will delete you. And we will now do something like this. Bring it out to what, like 5? 5 would be more than acceptable. So like if we go to 4, 4 might be tight. This is such a problem with this goddamn game. Okay, we'll try 4, and if 4 doesn't work, we'll go to 5. Okay, then it turns out it's even bigger than I actually need it to be. We try 3. 3. I'm afraid 3 is going to be too small. Maybe it'll be just right. Well, if it wants to destroy the road, yeah, it'll be perfect. Can I actually just make you swivel around to the direction I'd like you to be in? Okay, apparently this is close enough to count, so it counts. And there we go. And we'll have to do something I don't know, I would hate to fill it in, but I could fill it in using this mod that I have yet to get rid of that I keep saying that I will. Okay, so then we got that. Now, boy, this is a very large park, like obnoxiously large, like actually too large. Like, this is the entranceway stuff that I want people. They're gonna have to walk half a mile just to get to the central spoke of the park. I may have bitten off a little more than I could chew. In fact, I probably don't want it to go too far to begin with, because we're starting to hit a hill. So really my limitation, now that I'm looking at it, before it starts dipping in... Oh boy. Okay, I'm not going to make you sit through this. Okay, I'm happier with that. And, right. So now, I need to... over here, look at my map again. And, okay. So, we can pretty much just put any of these down here. In fact, I'm kind of surprised there's not other amenities. There's things like a health station and such as that, but I guess we'll just put these along the way here. And put that cafe there and a restroom here. First thing on the entrance, maybe we should pull that more centrally. How about? Just for the look of the thing. And that allows me to maybe put in like a little seating area or something along the side. And we'll go from there. Okay, cool. So that's in there nicely. Get rid of you, finally. And now we need to do some things. I'm not a big fan of the fact that some of these are one-sided and some of these go all the way around. Now that's a little bit awkward. But we'll work with it because we have to. So let's do another covered thing here. God, I hate these paths. I hate these paths because you cannot upgrade them. Because, you know, if I decide to put down a whole thing with just blank treeless pathing, and I change my mind and decide, no, it actually looked better with the trees, I can't just replace it. I have to replace it. God, this game has issues, like major issues. Or maybe I just have major issues with it. Anyway, let's do the birdhouse, say, here. No, this way. Like, right about there. And then we'll do this one, Bison Enclosure. What is the front way of the Bison Enclosure? It's an overlooking path. Well, I guess it would be maybe a little bit better to have it this way. Then I could make the path loop out a little bit more. With that centrally in there. Pull that in maybe a little bit closer. And then we'll come in and grab you. And Moose and Squirrel will be like that. I'm on the inside, although it is a thing where these connect, isn't it? That's okay. We can do maybe off kilter just a little bit further out there. There we go. Okay, so now how do we get these to fit together? This is going to be the fun part, by which I mean it's going to be a pain in the ass, because this game just is. In every aspect. So something like that. Sure. And we'll come along here. And because this game sucks so badly, we need to change our minds on this. Well, it's an opportunity now for me to put down the roads I actually want. And I have to go this way because now I can't get the I can't get the line that I want now, or is that what we're... My frustrations played out to the background of smooth jazz just is icing on the cake. There. Now the way we fix this, because this game doesn't know what it's doing, is lock down I'd rather you not connect to that point, thank you. But you want to go there. Nope. Nope. I had it right the first time and the game just didn't want to cooperate. Now I realize that it doesn't have to look like this. It doesn't have to have a nice road path, way thing, whatever. But it works. So we can create kind of a strange loop here, I guess. Maybe I should move this forward, but make it a little more central. Oh my god, would you not? There you go. So, makes me wonder what that is going to look like here. When we do a little bit of a thing like... Nope. What do you mean? Oh, of course. Of course, it would only want to be right where the blue line is and not cooperative in any other way. It's fine. It's fine, but we will tilt you to make you at least look a little bit better. Then we can fill in with trees and other crap. Okay. So, you are jogging a very long way for honestly no reason. I do have a lot of sprawl going on in my park design, feeling like maybe I would put more in, but you know, these are the only other buildings we can put in that aren't part of this. So but we can maybe find something else. Well, okay, so let's put in reasonable things, you know, restrooms. You'd find restrooms over here. What other things could we maybe find, though? Or is this it? Is this like giant park chessboard to confuse people? Gazebo. Gazebo would be okay. Just gonna hang out at the gazebo? I mean, I'd kind of like a... Yeah, fine, whatever. You know what? Kind of sit here and decide, yeah, let's go look at these things and these things. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Okay. And my voice is going. So, what else do we have? Are these going to require water? Well, let's let it run. Now that we've actually got some attractions and whatnot, we can let this go. Yep, they are all going to need water. Now I'm not going to be super fussy and make all of this piped, and hopefully the game will be okay with that. We'll find out. You know, though, another thing about this, about the zoo, the actual zoo, Calgary Zoo, is that it does have a second entrance. I could put another entrance over here. That would really break the flow of this, and it would mean I'd have to put in some very awkward cross street. It probably doesn't fit, but that's an option. Maybe to fill in stuff here a little bit better. I mean, we can always just have, you know, nature here. That's fine. If only I had a better way of planting trees. Because this brush thing sure as hell doesn't work. you know, having to fill in some of this stuff. This is all either just do a stripe and it looks really weird. My God, there's so many people here. And we're not making that much money here. 3,000, I mean, yeah, okay, but they're all just here to walk. That's great, but like they're all just here for nothing. Oh yeah, I started putting down some big rock formations. Figured we could probably do a lot of stuff with that, actually. That works out well in nature parks and zoos and that sort of thing. And in fact, you know what? I think maybe, I guess it would make sense and be nice for people. Be good to have a little shortcut through here. Are you for real? This doesn't count as a... You try and do some nice things for video game people, and it just doesn't matter. Why would you do it? Okay, so let's get to the next part of the park. I'm really gonna have a checklist now. I probably actually should just get all of these things out and organize them accordingly. So, antelope, definitely. African, let's pause again because it's gonna scream at me. Insect, amphibian is ambiguous, so we'll put that sort of in the center. Flamingo will be sort of near the birdhouse, so keep that for the birds. Elephants, definitely up here. Sea life. Sea life is its own thing that I don't have a shoreline for. Lesai. Well, okay, I mean, we could just artificially make a lake. And given how much space I actually do have here now, I think we'll do that. If there is no such thing as dinosaur zoo exhibits, then I can just replace it with a little man-made lake. And we'll just put that there. Perfect. Giraffes, yes. Monkeys, yes. This is going to be the biggest exhibit we've got. Rhinos, yes. And lions. Was I mistaken? Did I not see a bird enclosure? I thought I saw a bird enclosure. Maybe I was just looking at this map too hard. Birdhouse. Oh, I already did put a bird. Well, we can have another. I mean, God, if they can have 2 butterfly enclosures, actually it looks like 3 different butterfly enclosures, but 2 butterfly enclosures in an actual zoo, we can have... Why aren't there butterfly enclosures? Damn it. I don't know. I mean, God, could we distract people with some, like, tilt-a-whirls and... Actually, yes. Maybe like a Ferris wheel would not necessarily be out of place. Because there are sort of little entertainment parks. Like, I'd kind of like to put, you know, cotton candy carts and things like that around. But anyway, yeah, so this is the major exhibit here, and I guess that means we'll be putting these 2 together, along with another birdhouse. Alternatively, I could make the birdhouse over here, so they fit together, put the reptile house here, because that fits the Canadian wildlife motif very well. You know, we'll just, whatever. We're fine. We're fine for having... I didn't realize there were mascots. Why are there alligator mascots over in the Canadian side? I realize it's only Canadian in my mind. Just because of what I've got over here. We've mostly got mascots, no visitors. Why are there so many alligator mascots? I didn't even put any... Okay, I mean, I did, but... No, I didn't, because there's no alligator. There's sea life. Well, I gotta tell you, I am very disappointed. Okay, well, we're gonna finish the zoo next time. I'm going to look for some mods to see if I can't find some more zoo elements to make this slightly more interesting, because otherwise we have got a massive amount of unused land out here. Again, that's perfectly okay, especially if it doesn't upset the topography. If I can enclose that a little bit tighter, that will be fine, but, you know, I was just expecting a zoo. And something that was maybe worth the $15 you'd spend on this godforsaken DLC. Anyway, I'll end this one here. I'll see you next time.